Men who killed rappers. The most unfortunate events in the rap industry have to be the untimely death of rappers, mostly at the peak of their careers. For music lovers, nothing pricks the heart more than waking up to sudden news that your favorite artist is no more. Reason being, someone somewhere decided to kill them. Rap genre has long been related to gang businesses and hostile rivalries, but at the end, taking someone's life can never be justified. We have lost one too many talented souls. From Tupac Shakur to Pop Smoke, we only hope the men and women responsible for these devilish acts pay the ultimate price. In this video, we have listed some of the prime suspects who were convicted for murdering rappers. But before we begin, kindly subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. Let's get it on. Number 1. Nipsey Hussle. Eric Holder. March 31, 2019, Hussle was shot at least 10 times in the parking lot of his store, Marathon Clothing, in South Los Angeles at about 3:19 p.m. by one Eric Ronald Holder. Gunshot wounds included a shot to his right chest, a shot that entered into his abdomen near his navel and severed his spine, and a gunshot wound to the right side of his back that penetrated his chest and struck his lung. Nipsey Hussle was rushed to the hospital, but pronounced dead a few minutes after arrival. Investigators believe Eric Holder was known to the rapper and had been trailing him before the incident. Holder has remained behind bars awaiting arraignment in court to prove his innocence. A grand jury indicted Holder on 1 count of murder, 2 counts each of attempted murder and assault with a firearm, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon. Number 2. Tupac Shakur. Orlando Anderson. Tupac Shakur was reportedly murdered by Orlando Anderson, though Amaru's murder still remains a mystery up to date. The icon was shot in Las Vegas at the age of 25 on the 7th of September 1996, dying 6 days later at University Medical Center due to complications from his bullet wounds. On the night Pac was shot, Suge Knight was driving a black 1996 BMW, with Pac riding in the passenger seat. A white Cadillac then pulled up on the passenger side, indiscriminately firing off 14 rounds. Tupac was struck 4 times, twice in the chest, once in the arm, and once in the thigh. Knight was hit with bullet fragments but was able to drive the car about a mile away before being pulled over by Bike Patrol on Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon Avenue. Paramedics were radioed and the two were taken to University Medical Center. There, Tupac underwent 2 surgeries and had his right lung removed. Anderson was never arrested, and yes, he is not free. So where is he? Murdered 2 years later in 1998. That even made the case more confusing. Number 3. Fat Pat. Kenneth Watson. Pat was at the Meadows Southwest apartment complex in Houston on the 3rd of February 1998, stopping by a promoter's apartment to collect money he was owed when he was shot once in the head and died while friends waited in a car outside. According to some reports, the promoter wasn't home at the time, and Pat was killed in the hallway of the building. Other reports say he was killed by the promoter, Kenneth Weasel Watson, because Weasel thought Pat had sent him up to get robbed. As that story goes, Weasel asked Pat to call his friend who had just robbed him, and while Pat was on the phone, Weasel shot him in the head. Police put out a warrant for Weasel's arrest, but no one was ever charged in Pat's killing. Weasel is currently in prison on drug-related charges. Number 4. Vino Gunna. Christopher Rainey. The up-and-coming St. Louis rapper, born Vincent Sanders, was shot to death at approximately 3:30 p.m. Sunday in the 2600 block of Chippewa. Witnesses later said the only reason he was at the scene was to defend 2 young women who were reportedly being harassed by a much older man. 42-year-old Christopher Rainey was in 2019 charged with Sanders' murder. According to court documents, the altercation started when Rainey began arguing with 2 teenage girls outside the Motor Mart located at the corner of Jefferson and Chippewa. One of the girls was Vino's niece, who apparently called him and told him that she was being bothered by an older man. Vino went in to help, but it later resulted in a physical confrontation. It's after Vino punched Rainey that he pulled out his gun and fired 2 shots in the air. Vino then began backing away from Rainey. That's when he shot him in the chest. Rainey was charged with second-degree murder and is currently incarcerated at the St. Louis Justice Center. Number 5. Blade Icewood. Larry Donaldson. Blade Icewood was most known in Detroit's underground rap scene during the late 1990s and early 2000s as a member of the rap group Street Lords. Besides notoriety for their two albums, Platinum Rollies Don't TikTok and Platinum Masterpiece, the Street Lords were also known for their beef with a local rap group, the Eastside Cheetah Boys. The beef was over the name Cheetah Boys, since Original Cheetah Boys was the subtitle of the Platinum Masterpiece album. On the 20th of September 2004, Blade was hit with 7 rounds from an AK-47 after a gunman broke into his house in Oak Park, Michigan, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down. Many speculated Blade's shooting was in connection to the murder of Wipeout, an Eastside Detroit rapper killed 2 days earlier. Blade himself suggested this in his song Ride On Me. 7 months later, on April 19, 2005, a gunman pulled up alongside Blade's Range Rover while he was at a car wash on Detroit's 7 Mile Road and fired 17 rounds into the vehicle, this time killing Blade. A man named Larry Donaldson was convicted for the gruesome murder. Number 6. Slim Duncan, Vincent Hardiman. Brick Squad-affiliated rapper Slim Duncan had a bright future in the rap game before his 2011 untimely death. Duncan released his debut mixtape Menace to Society in 2011 that featured Southern heavyweights like Gucci Mane and Pastor Troy. But on Friday, December 16, 2011, Duncan got into an altercation with a man at a recording studio on Memorial Drive in Atlanta, reportedly over a piece of candy, which led to a fistfight in the street. The scuffle ended when the man pulled out a gun and shot Slim once in the chest. Vincent Hardiman, otherwise known as the rapper Young Vito, was indicted for the crime in 2011, but was found not guilty. Vito was, however, convicted of aggravated assault and possession of a firearm, and sentenced to 25 years in prison. The case was unusual in the sense that the jury convicted Vito of the assault that led to Duncan's death, but not the murder itself. Number 7. Greatness, Donald Rowe. Cash Money rapper Young Greatness was shot and killed outside a Waffle House in his hometown of New Orleans on 2900 blocks Elysian Fields Avenue. Greatness was struck once in the back and was declared dead on the scene. 2 suspects are believed to have fled in the rapper's vehicle after the shooting. The car was recovered the following day. Police launched an investigation and released names and photos of persons of interest in the months following the shooting. In January 2019, New Orleans Police Department arrested 38-year-old Donald Rowe in connection with the killing and charged him as an accessory to second-degree murder, obstruction of justice, and conspiracy to obstruct justice. Police believe Rowe was part of the setup to kill Greatness and assisted the shooters in covering up the crime. Number 8. XXXTentacion, Derek Devonshea Williams, and Michael Boatwright. Michael Boatwright was arrested on an unrelated drug charge on the 5th of July 2018 before he was served with an arrest warrant for the first-degree murder of rapper XXXTentacion. According to the investigators, Boatwright and Derek Devonshea Williams ambushed XXXTentacion, real name Jose Dwayne Onfroy, outside Riva Motorsports in Deerfield Beach, Florida, around 4 p.m. on June 18, 2018. The rapper died after one of the suspects fired a bullet into his neck. The investigation is still ongoing, as the authorities are still tracking the third suspect, Robert Allen, a man described as being a person of interest in the murder investigation. Allen had been featured on the surveillance video at the shop where the rapper was shopping before he was murdered. I hope you enjoyed our video. Who among the departed souls was your favorite rapper? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.